Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, Vaz calls on police to act, says outsiders driving violence in Portland. Member of Parliament for Portland Western Darrell Vaz says that the recent increase in crime in Portland is being fueled by outsiders who have sought to create mischief in the once peaceful parish. According to statistics from the Jamaica Constabulary Force, Portland recorded 5 murders from January 1 to March 8 this year, a 150% increase when compared to the 2 murders recorded for the same period last year. 3 shootings have also been recorded since the start of the year, up from 1 last year. 1 incident of rape was recorded, while break-ins and robberies saw a decline. The latest reported murder in the parish was the killing of a fruit vendor last week Tuesday near Lighthouse Road in Port Antonio. The vendor was reportedly shot by the occupant of a Mark X motorcar who fled the scene in the vehicle. I am very concerned and very upset in relation to the upsurge in crime in Portland. We are not accustomed to drive-by shootings, and we have had 2 in the last few days. We are not accustomed to that, Vaz told the supporters of the Jamaica Labour Party at an Area Council 2 leadership meeting on Sunday in Portland Western. We have been accustomed to be the safest parish for decades, and we have lost that position. He went on to commend the Commissioner of Police, Dr. Kevin Blake, and the Minister of National Security, Dr. Harris Chang, on the work being done because we had the lowest rate in murders in February in 25 years. But I want to ask you the questions. What has changed in Portland in recent months? Vaz quizzed, adding that he's been the MP from 2007 to 2025 and everything remained calm. My wife Anne-Marie Vaz has been there as a Portland Eastern MP from 2019, 6 years to 2025. We have seen an influx of importees and deportees, and I am calling on the Police High Command and the Minister of National Security, flush them out and flush them out quick. No matter who they are or who they represent, we are not going to tolerate it. And I can tell you that I will be on it from now until we restore Portland to its original state of peace and safety, Vaz insisted. Last year, Jamaica recorded 1,138 murders up to December 28. The figures were 259 fewer than the 1,397 recorded for the corresponding period the year prior. Of the 14 parishes, Portland recorded the least number of homicides with 13. Also commenting on the issue of crime in Portland, Member of Parliament for St. Catharines South Western, Everald Warmington, said it is something the parish is not accustomed to seeing. He seemingly accused the People's National Party of inciting violence in the parish. I don't care who like when I talk, but I talk the truth. When PNP is in power, violence is held at a level or go down. When Jamaica Labour Party in power, violence peaks. Do you think that's a coincidence? No, it is not. It is not. It is an orchestrated thing by them, because without violence being up there, they can't win. And now that violence is decreasing, they are out there chatting nonsense, quipped Warmington. He went on to say, the deportees that come here, them come with the violence, so we must face facts and say it as it is, that they are the perpetrators of violence once JLP is in power. The PNP can't tell me say no so it go, okay? When them in power, we no do that, but that's them. But with that or not, they can't win at all. It will be third term regardless what they do, he insisted, expressing confidence that Vaz and his wife will retain their seats through victory in the upcoming general election. While a date for the election has not yet been set, Jamaicans are constitutionally due to cast their votes at the polls by September of this year. The PNP has confirmed Attorney Isata Buchanan as its standard bearer for Portland Eastern. Second gun find in 2 days in Gale St. Mary. An unemployed man was apprehended after police and military personnel uncovered a homemade handgun and ammunition at a premises he was occupying in Gale St. Mary. Charged with possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition is 33-year-old Odane Hunt. Reports are that around 7 a.m. on Sunday, a team of police officers and soldiers were conducting an operation in the River Road community of Gale. During the operation, they searched a premises occupied by Hunt and found a homemade shotgun along with a 12-gauge cartridge. Hunt was arrested and charged. ECJ announces election campaign financing period and rules. As the country gears up for its next general elections, both the campaign period and the election campaign financing period commenced on Thursday, March 7. The Electoral Commission of Jamaica made the announcement in an election campaign financing advisory that was published in the local newspapers this week. General elections are due by September of this year. The ECJ said, under the Representation of the People Amendment Act 2016, the campaign period begins the day immediately following the last day of the period of 54 months from the commencement of the term of office of the government and ends 24 hours before the time fixed for the opening of the polls. The last general election was held on September 3, 2020. The law, according to the Commission, provides that persons, companies, and other entities, as well as Jamaican diaspora groups, may make contributions to political parties or candidates during a campaign period. Impermissible contributors include the agents of any state, a public body, an entity or individual whose identity is undisclosed or whose activities are illegal, the advisory stated. It added that contributions mean any gift of money, gift of kind, or any benefit which can be computed in terms of money given to a political party or candidate for the purpose of carrying out the activities of a political party or the election of a candidate. Significantly, contributions to individual candidates are capped at $1.5 million, while those to political parties cannot exceed $31.5 million, inclusive of contributions made to individual candidates. In addition, contributors must declare donations exceeding $250,000 to a political party or candidate. Multiple contributions aggregating to $250,000 or more must also be declared, even if any of the sums contributed is less than $250,000. The ECJ is reminding contributors that they must declare any government contracts valued at $500,000 or more awarded within 2 years before to making a contribution or received within 2 years of contributing. The declarations must be made within 14 days utilizing the prescribed Form 2A. Failure to declare any contracts at or above $500,000, which are either held or gained up to 2 years prior to or subsequent to contributing, constitutes an offense for which a person, entity, or company shall be liable on summary conviction in a resident magistrate's court, no parish court, to a fine not exceeding $1 million, the advisory stated. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has not yet indicated when the national polls will be held, but both major political parties are seemingly in campaign mode. PNP's Crawford promises education intervention programs for students. Opposition spokesperson on education, Damian Crawford, says the People's National Party administration would introduce education intervention programs, if elected, to improve the performance of students across the nation. Jamaican students performed poorly in last year's Caribbean Examination Council and the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate exams. The island recorded a decline in CSEC passes when compared to 2022, which was used as the base year, given that there had been exam breaches in 2023. Crawford said early intervention is key to addressing the challenges being faced by students.
The Constitution states that is the right of every child to primary and pre-primary education. And if it is that this is only private, that right is being abridged and abrogated. We also then will look at ensuring that there is remedial education for those who aren't doing well at current. One of the problems we have is that you wait till the end of the year you test the child, you do no fixing of the problem and send that child to another grade. And it leads to what we have now, that we have 18% of our children getting 5 subjects, including math and English. If this was America, it will never be accepted for 18% getting a GED, the minimum successful graduation from secondary school. And so we are going to implement an intervention system that therefore corrects the failing at 7th grade, at week 1, at week 2, week 3, instead of wait till the end of the year to say, boy, this pick me fail. We will have evening classes facilitated by trained teachers. We will have weekend classes. So let's say a child don't do good at factorization. If you don't intervene in that week, it makes sense to teach him quadratic equation. Because quadratic equation is based on factorization. So therefore you must intervene to correct whatever factorization misunderstanding in the afternoons of that week, on the weekend of that week, so that he can graduate into the next week and be competent and capable. We have to do that necessary intervention. So we propose that 2 days a week must be for homework, sending home my 11th grade child with maths work to do at home with a 9th grade dropout parent. What sense does that make? And so he becomes frustrated not understanding this homework. So we will facilitate homework centers for 2 hours in your schools in East Portland. And we are blessed in East Portland with case where we can recruit some of those students to become facilitators of those homework sessions. It means therefore that for some reason we have continued to send home children 2:30 when parents don't reach home till 7. And then we wonder why they're being impregnated by adults and recruited by gangs. And so we will move it to 4:30, facilitate that, and help those students from case who are having difficulty to move forward.
Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.